Hey there, and welcome. Have you ever stopped to think about how something as ridiculously complex as a human body, or really any animal, is actually built? It seems almost impossible, right? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain and look at the fundamental blueprint that all animal life follows.
So let's just jump right in with a question. What on earth could you possibly have in common with an earthworm wiggling around in your garden? You might be surprised, but the answer is actually pretty deep, and it gets right to the heart of how every animal is put together.
The secret? It's all about the blueprint. You know, from the tiniest, simplest creatures to the most complex mammals like us, all animal life is assembled using the same basic set of building blocks. They're all organized in a super specific way. It's like a universal architectural plan for life. And that plan works as a hierarchy. It's like building with Legos. You start with the smallest pieces, cells, right? The basic units of life. Then you group similar cells together that have a common job, and boom, you get tissues. Then, different tissues band together to build organs, like your heart or your stomach. And finally, those organs work together in teams called organ systems to run the whole show. It's just a beautiful, logical ladder from simple to complex. Okay, so let's dive into the first of the four major tissue types that make this whole thing possible. We're starting with epithelial tissue. The easiest way to think about it is like the body's wallpaper. It literally covers and lines everything, inside and out. So here's the key thing you need to know. Epithelial tissue always has a free surface. That means one side is facing the outside world, like our skin, or it's facing an open space inside the body, like the lining of your throat. And the cells are packed together super tightly, with almost no space in between, which creates a perfect protective barrier. Now, what's really cool is how the shape of these cells totally matches their job. This is what we call simple epithelium, just a single layer of cells. You've got these flat, kind of pancake-like squamous cells, which are perfect for places where stuff needs to pass through easily, like in our blood vessels. Then you have these cube-like, cuboidal cells you find in glands, and these tall, skinny columnar cells that line our intestines. Form follows function. All right, so if epithelial tissue is the wallpaper, then our next one, connective tissue, is kind of like the framework of the house. It's the glue, the support beams, it's basically everywhere. And believe it or not, it's the most abundant and widely spread out tissue in the entire body. Its whole purpose is to link and support everything else. And this category is incredibly diverse. I mean, it includes everything from soft tissues and fat to tough stuff like cartilage, and even liquids like blood. Yep. Blood is a connective tissue. And just look at that diversity. It's wild. On the left, you're seeing dense connective tissue. It's packed with these super tough rope-like fibers that make up our tendons and ligaments. Then on the right, you've got cartilage, that firm but flexible solid stuff that's in your nose and your joints. It's all in the same family of tissue, but they have completely different structures and completely different jobs. Okay, so we've got our coverings and our framework. Now we need some power, right? Let's talk about the engines of the body, muscular tissue. This stuff is responsible for every single movement you make, from blinking to running a marathon. And we have three main types. First is skeletal muscle. This is the stuff you control consciously. It's attached to your bones. Then there's smooth muscle, which is involuntary. It works behind the scenes in your organs, like your stomach. And finally, there's cardiac muscle, which is totally unique to the heart. It's also involuntary, and thank goodness for that, because it's built to pump nonstop for your entire life. You can literally see these differences under a microscope. See those stripes or striations on the skeletal and cardiac muscle fibers? Now look at the smooth muscle. No stripes at all, and the cells are kind of tapered at the ends. These visual cues are directly tied to how each muscle type works. So, we've got structure, support, and movement. The last piece of this puzzle is control, and that is the job of neural tissue, the body's incredible high-speed communication network. It's basically a living internet. And really, it all comes down to this one incredible cell, the neuron. This is the basic unit of the nervous system. Every single thought you have, every sensation you feel, every command your brain sends to your muscles, it all originates and travels through these amazing, specialized cells. They're the wiring that runs the entire show. Okay, so we have our four fundamental materials: epithelial, connective, muscular, and neural. But how do these four simple ingredients come together to build a complete, functioning animal? It really is the ultimate assembly project. So to see how it works, let's circle all the way back to our very first example. Remember the earthworm? It might seem simple, but it is built from the exact same 4 tissue types we've been talking about. Its outer skin is epithelial tissue. It moves using layers of muscle tissue. It has a simple neural system to sense the world around it, and it's all held together by connective tissues. See? The same blueprint, just a very different final building. So, what's the big takeaway from all this? Well, first, that all animal life, no matter how different it looks, is built from just 4 basic types of tissue. Second, these tissues follow that clear hierarchy, assembling themselves into complex organs and systems. And finally, this shared blueprint is just a powerful reminder that all animal life on Earth is fundamentally connected. And that leaves us with one final, really fascinating question to think about. If we're all working from this same limited toolkit of just 4 basic tissues, what is it in that blueprint that creates the incredible, breathtaking diversity we see all around us? From an earthworm to an elephant to you. Something to chew on. Thanks for tuning in.